State-of-the-art technology, innovative business strategy, behind the scenes, insights from cutting-edge users around the globe on World Business Review, on location.
Golfers spend a lot of energy and effort getting their game to the point that they can match par on their favorite course. For that to happen, the courses themselves must be up to par. One of the biggest challenges is managing drainage. Here with some solutions that can firm up your fairways without shutting down the course is the Turf Drainage Company of America.
You're looking at Westlake Country Club in beautiful Augusta, Georgia. It's located just minutes from the site of golf's most prestigious tournament, the Masters. Westlake is an exclusive private golf club community with a championship layout that can challenge even the best of golfers. But even here, wet turf and saturated fairways are problems that can wreak havoc on golfers. The solution is proper drainage.
Well, the type of problems we are experiencing here were during the winter months, especially when our Bermuda grass goes dormant, this fairway just holds water, or used to hold water. A lot of water coming off of the 7th fairway and between these two ponds. This fairway just stayed constantly wet during the winter months. And until TDA got here, we couldn't walk out in this area without getting your feet soaked, sometimes your ankles soaked, and golf carts certainly were not allowed.
In some cases, drainage problems can be severe, and repairs can cause courses to shut down for several weeks at a time. But some of the most famous courses in America have solved this problem without ever closing their course. This is what one Florida course looked like after a hurricane blew through the day before. The course is now dry, and golf carts are back on the fairway.
Hurricane Irene here just this weekend, and you can see some of the tree damage. We would have been standing in a foot or more of water right now, but we installed the turf drain system in here last year, and as you can see, the golf course has been open to play. This is the 3rd day now. We have play on the fairways. The carts are not restricted, and you can see the turf is nice and firm.
Clubs like this one have turned to Turf Drainage Company of America for solutions. The company is unique in its given field. The company's process is give courses an alternative to moving dirt and closing for 6 months to a year. TDA holds 4 patents in the field of seepage drainage, including its patented turf drain siphon system. This is the first drainage system that allows for the installation of drainage without the need to grade pipe. Here's how it works. The turf drain siphon has one connection to the golf course irrigation system. This connection primes the system, then is closed and remains closed during operation. Once primed, the patented design of level controls allows the system to move water through the siphon lines, even over mounds. It works wherever water is in the system over the control level. Here's how it can work for you. TDA provides you with a design detailing how long each hole will be closed and how much it will cost. The drainage plan is just the first step. Next is the implementation.
When the people told me that the fairway on number 2, for example, when their tee shots would be bouncing in the fairway during the winter months, I told them, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, believe it or not, our tee shots were bouncing on number 2 this winter, which was a wonderful improvement for us.
Quickly solving drainage problems means avoiding lost revenue by getting players back on the course. Mike Kerbellis is a veteran member of Westlake.
We really had very little disruption in our playing membership rounds while we were doing the work. We had converted some of the par 4s to par 3s for maybe a day or two, but other than that, we really didn't see any major disruptions to our members' rounds.
When we first looked at draining our fairways about 2 years ago, We had two other alternatives, and that was to heavily top dress the fairways and shut down the course, or rebuild a lot of the fairways. If we would have had to have closed our golf course to rebuild fairways or do massive drainage work all at one time, we would have lost members. And that's the name of our business. We're in the dues business here in a private club, and members would have gone elsewhere to play. We saw no decrease in revenue at all and no loss of members. All we've seen is beautifully drained fairways this year.
This common problem is solved by using an unconventional solution.
Well, their problem was very saturated soils during the winter in particular, and throughout the year whenever there was heavy rainfall. We started with a drainage plan, went through the process, looked at each hole with Joe Durden, the superintendent, and included on that plan what it was they wanted to drain and improve on their golf course, and devised a plan and a budget for starting the project. The decision is made as to whether to use a siphon system or not, depending upon the particular property and each individual site on the property. This golf course had a lot of conventional relief, being a very hilly golf course with a lot of rolling property, but there were spots here that we could have never drained as inexpensively or with as little disruption if we only had the conventional system available to us. The siphon allowed us to go much deeper. We went 5 feet deep here. We were able to install it with smaller equipment. We didn't have to bring in large excavators and do it much less expensively than it would have been necessary if we would use a conventional relief system. This 6-hole, though, at Westlake is kind of a culmination of all those. It has almost all the tools that we use. It has the curbs where we convert sheet flow to stream flow. It has lots of open inlets collecting water before it gets into the bottom of the fairways. It has berms. It has a lot of seepage collection along the hillside so that we're collecting the spring-fed water throughout the winter, and in addition it's got the siphoning process in the bottom of the fairway where we need the most depth of drainage.
What's more, the contractors that are used are specifically trained for this type of work. Their methods are designed to minimize damage to the course and to put it back in play quickly.
The fact that we were able to get back quickly was a key factor for us. It was important to be able to give the course back to the members as well as provide, the drainage improvements that we hoped. So we completed this fairway last week. It's actually received 4 mows with a weekend mow Saturday. We've been real pleased with it. It's had one heavy top dressing prior to that mow, and then we will, continue the top dressing, but we've been real pleased with it so far, and it seems to be healing up real well.
Today, golf course managers throughout the nation realize the importance of solving drainage issues. By working with Turf Drainage Company of America, they can correct drainage problems, conserve club budgets, and keep members happy during construction. And that's always a good course of action. For World Business Review, I'm Paula Melly reporting.